Former Prime Minister Raila Odinga has defended the public-private partnerships by the government, including the proposed takeover of the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport by the Adani Group.
That's right. Now, speaking in Mombasa, Odinga says the country is in dire need of infrastructure upgrade, with no resources from the exchequer, leaving the PPPs as the only option.
And as Stephen Letoo reports, Odinga says there is still no sufficient PPP framework to safeguard Kenyans' interests under private investors.
With a myriad of concerns raised concerning the Adani JKIA takeover deal that have seen the High Court and Parliament stopping any further engagement with the Indian-based firm, former Premier Raila Odinga has come out to defend the deal. Odinga says Kenya desperately and urgently needs to upgrade its infrastructure, including roads, railways, ports, airports, electricity and cyber connectivity to global standards. Odinga defended the Adani JKIA takeover deal, saying the Indian-based firm has the ability and capacity to handle the airport upgrade to international standards.
Adani company conglomerate is worth over $200 billion. It cannot be an Adani gate. Deal with the issues as they are. If some people have made mistakes, let them own up that they made some mistakes. But do not begin to condemn innocent.
Odinga rooting for the PPPs on grounds that the principal source of public revenues, which is the raising of taxes, has run out of favor with the citizens of Kenya. According to Odinga, the public is equally not in favor of more borrowing from bodies like the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank, given the debt burden the country is shouldering. Odinga says under the circumstances, the most viable and reliable means through which the country can sustainably address its infrastructure needs is through public-private partnerships.
If we plant doubts in our capacity to handle the PPPs, we must be prepared for a prolonged period of development drought and risk being overtaken by our neighbors. Ongoing energy and airport projects therefore present a critical test that could make or break our ability to compete in the field of infrastructure development for a considerable period.
On Friday, Energy Cabinet Secretary PM Raila announced the signing of a 95.6 billion shillings deal between the Kenya Electricity Transmission Company Limited (KETRACO) and the Adani Energy Solutions Limited. Odinga, in justification, say that Kenyans are grappling with inadequate transmission capacity, insufficient evacuation capacity, system reliability, technical losses due to overloading of existing lines and limited transmission coverage in remote areas. Odinga has, however, warned that the country lacks a waterproof framework on the public-private partnership. The former premier thus says the government must first choose the appropriate PPP model, ensure that the model provides for the distribution of the PPP burden fairly between the people of Kenya and the investors, saying that Kenyans cannot be made to bear all risk in the PPP projects and that Kenyans can guarantee break-even returns but never commercial profit. Odinga further proposes that the government, through respective agencies, establish irreducible minimum terms, including the recognition of the jurisdiction of Kenyan courts, recognition of the application of the laws of Kenya, recognition of the terms and conditions of labor in Kenya, and recognition of environmental protection.
I urge all agencies concerned to address all the concerns raised by Kenyans on these projects and ensure that we do not spook foreign capital away from the Kenyan economy. The interest of protecting the principle and framework of PPPs and potential investors, we have a responsibility to ensure our processes are transparent, cost-effective, and accord equal opportunity to all would-be investors in line with the PPPs Act.
Stephen Letoo, Citizen TV.